In today's video, I talk about the top 5 things I've learned about creating a daily video series. Let's get shooting. Hi, and thank you for joining me for today's episode of The Intersection. It is Wednesday, March the 20th. I can't believe March is almost over. We're going to jump right into today's topic, and I want to talk about, this is the 63rd episode of this show that I've done, and I've learned quite a bit of things that are difficult about it, things to do that help make it easier, and I wanted to share some of those with you if you're out there trying to start something like this or interested in doing a video show. Hopefully some of this knowledge will help you. The number one thing I've learned is you have to plan these shows in advance. You cannot wait till the day you're ready to shoot one of these episodes and think up all the things you're going to say, figure out what you're going to talk about. It's too hard to do that on a daily basis. I think if it were more of a weekly show and I was only doing one of these a week, it'd be a lot easier. When you're talking about coming up with topics Monday through Friday every single week, where it's 63 days, it starts to get hard to do or more difficult to do. And if you're not planning ahead, I like to plan on Sundays. Here's the shows I'm going to do throughout the week. Sometimes some interesting topics pop up that week that then I put one of the shows off until the next week, but I always try and plan them out in advance, so I'm not trying to think up what I'm going to say and what I'm going to talk about the day I'm going to shoot. Number 2, I believe you should put your videos in as many places as possible. I put them on my Facebook personal page, I put them on my Facebook business page, I put it on YouTube, I put it on LinkedIn, I put it on my website. A lot of people view videos in a lot of different places, and if you want to reach your maximum audience, putting it in just one place like YouTube probably isn't the way to go. So I highly suggest, if you're going to take the time to create the content, make sure you are putting it in as many places as you can so people can view it. Number 3, it does not cost a fortune to start creating video content. I think a lot of times people think you got to go buy a fancy camera and you have to get all these microphones and all this equipment, and it's not the case at all. I literally have an iPad that I am recording this video on right now. My wife did get me a microphone about 30 some episodes into the show to try and improve the sound quality, but I believe it was about a $30 microphone, so it doesn't have to be anything super expensive. I happen to already have some lighting gear that I had purchased for my daughter because she does a lot of photography that she was nice enough to let me use. So really that's the only equipment I needed. I literally, for the first 50 episodes, had the iPad just propped up on this little stand that I bought. I now have invested in a tripod just to make the camera a little bit more steady and I make sure I'm shooting the same shot every single time. But there's really not a lot of investment that goes into creating decent quality video. I'm sure it could be better if I had a super fancy camera, but right now I think this meets the needs that I have. And I'll do a future episode on just what all it is that I have set up here and maybe show you what it looks like from my perspective, talking into this iPad and where the lights are and all that stuff, because I think you only ever see it from this way. So I'll do a future episode on that. The number 4 thing I've learned is it takes a long time to upload your videos, especially if they get longer and longer. So a 3-minute video or 4-minute video is not too bad, but some of these episodes I've gotten up to 8 or 9 minutes, and it does take about 20 minutes per website to upload. So to YouTube there's 20 minutes, to Facebook 20 minutes, LinkedIn, so on and so on. So what I try and do is plan my day accordingly. I will plan some offline work to do while they're uploading, because if I try and do anything online during that time, it is so slow and painful. I am just wasting my valuable time during that. So plan ahead, make sure you have time to upload and that you can still get other work done that you need to get done. And the number 5 thing I've learned is a lot more people watch these videos than what you might believe. You'll look at your numbers and you'll think, well, that's really not that many, but if you start adding it up across all the platforms, it is quite a few. And I've had so many instances where I've met someone out and about, and there's someone I kind of know, and they're like, hey, I watched your video, and people don't comment and don't like necessarily any of the videos, so you aren't really having that feedback all the time. So it is interesting to then hear people saying, yeah, I watched it, and you had no idea that that person had been watching your video. So It's pretty cool, and I think it's a good way to get your message out there. But don't be discouraged if you're looking at your numbers and you're thinking they're not as high as you want them to be. If you're doing this for business purposes, it only takes 1 or 2 people to maybe be a great lead and get you some really lucrative business, all because you made one simple video. Thank you so much for watching today. One extra bonus thing I can tell you is getting people to share your video obviously increases your views and hopefully will get you some future viewers. So I'm going to ask if you would do me the honor, if you're watching this today and you've enjoyed it, if you would share it out on your social networks. I would greatly appreciate it. And now I'll leave you with a quote I say every single day: you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I missed again today. I'm going to keep on shooting, and so should you. Have a great day.